Hi, I'm Jeff Huber from Breakthrough Basketball, and in this video, you're going to see 13 examples of the best teams in men's college basketball using the zoom action. These clips, compiled by Ashland University GA Luke Metzger, show a number of different ways you can use the zoom to generate great shots for your team. Before we get started, we wanted to let you know that you can get instant access to a free printable PDF of 6 zoom sets, 6 zoom offense drills, and 2 bonus zoom sets, complete with diagrams, descriptions, and bonus tips, so your team can seamlessly add the zoom to your repertoire this season to become unguardable. Just click the link in the description. Now let's get started. Zoom action generally refers to a 3-player action involving a down screen followed by a dribble, handoff, or pitch. It's a great way to get a player the ball with speed while making the defense navigate multiple actions. One feature many of these plays have in common is a screening action to set up the zoom. The player who will be making the handoff often either gets or sets a screen before receiving the ball. The screening action opens up space for the entry pass that precedes the zoom. You'll see various ways teams do that in this video, as well as how to use the zoom in transition and out of the post. Additionally, you'll see the zoom used in different areas of the court, including the wing and the top of the key. As players get more comfortable with the action, there are many counters, including backdoors, fake handoffs, and re-zooming against teams that go under. These are all covered in the zoom offense with Nate Steege. See the description below for more information. Now let's see the plays. In this play, UConn sets a cross screen in the post for Donovan Clingan, enabling to catch the ball at the free throw line area. That cues the wing to sprint back off the zoom and attack the paint, opening up the floater. Here's another look at the play. Here's additional options if the first option isn't open. If the driver didn't have a shot because the defense helped, they should pass where the help comes from. If the corner defender helps in, they could kick out for a corner 3. If the big helps, they could look to throw a lob to the 5. They could also look to throw behind to the player who set the down screen at the top of the key. Here, UConn sets up like they are running a zoom action on one side of the floor before actually running the zoom on the other side. After setting the down screen, Clingan receives a pass. The zoom action then starts with a stagger screen for number 2. Instead of handing the ball off, Clingan fakes and throws back to the screener before going into a pick and roll that results in an open 3 for the player lifting out of the corner. Here's another look at the play. Here's additional options if the first option isn't open. If the Purdue defender got caught up on the stagger screen, the big could hand the ball off, allowing the guard to get downhill towards the rim. If they float into the ball screen, the guard could look to attack the rim or hit the 5-man rolling if the big helps. Purdue sets a down screen for Zach Edey before passing to him at the top of the key. The passer then downscreens to initiate the zoom action as the other guard exits to the corner to open up a bigger gap to drive, creating a lane for the layup. Here's another look at the play. Here's additional options if the first option isn't open. If the driver doesn't have a shot, they have great passing options. They can pass to wherever the defense collapses from to create an open 3. Here, Purdue cuts a player over the top of Zach Edey to make the entry pass to him easier. Purdue then uses a back screen before getting into the zoom action. Here's another look at the play. Here's additional options if the first option isn't open. Once again, Purdue has great spacing around the zoom. If the shot is not available, all other 4 players are viable passing options depending on how the defense helps. UConn uses a back screen to start the possession and create space for a post entry. The player who came off the back screen loops all the way around and takes the zoom at the top of the key. Here, the 5 defender does help, opening up the lob at the rim. Here's another look at the play. Here's additional options if the first option isn't open. If the 5 defender doesn't help, the guard can attack the rim. Another option is a pass out to the corner, which is freed up by the screen from number 5. After the entry pass, the player out of the corner sprints to take the zoom. When that drive is stopped, the dribbler gets into a Barkley. By that we mean turning their drive into a post-up to create a scoring opportunity and draw a foul. Here's another look at the play. Here's additional options if the first option isn't open. If the defense were to help in the post, there are multiple kickout opportunities for open threes. UConn again uses a back screen to set up the zoom. Here the 5 keeps the ball, initiating a second zoom action. After the roll, UConn enters the ball into the post and executes a give and go. Here's another look at the play. Here's additional options if the first option isn't open. The guard could also look to drive off the zoom and create a play. The possession flows into good 4-out 1-in spacing, also opening up a one-on-one post opportunity. Tennessee shows how creatively you can use the zoom action on this play. After entering the ball into the post, they set a stagger screen for number 4, who then sprints off the zoom for an open shot. Here's another look at the play. Here's additional options if the first option isn't open. If the shot wasn't available, the player with the ball could attack the baseline, as all the help defenders have been lifted up from the rim. If a score wasn't available, there's a player sprinting to the opposite corner for a drift pass in corner 3. Dayton shows how easily a zoom can be run in transition from 5-out spacing. The trail big dribbles at a wing to initiate the action. In this case, number 24 is open for a shot created by the zoom. Here's another look at the play. Here's additional options if the first option isn't open. If the shot isn't open, number 24 should take the ball with speed and attack the paint. From there, he could score, kick out to a shooter, or hit the big man on the roll. UConn changes sides of the floor to start this zoom action. The player who receives the initial down screen curls and rescreens for the original screener, creating confusion for the defense. Here the 5 stays with the roller, leaving the rim unprotected. Here's another look at the play. Here's additional options if the first option isn't open. If the 5's defender helped on the drive, a bounce pass or lob to the 5 would be available. While the zoom is generally considered a 3-player action, here are some additional plays that utilize 2 players. While these are commonly referred to as dribble handoffs, Coach Nate Steege calls them 2-player zooms. This helps keep terminology consistent within the zoom offense and allows the action to be run on both sides of the floor, regardless of whether there are 2 or 3 players on a side. Let's take a look at the plays. After the dribble pitch, the big flashes to catch at the free throw line area. As the zoom occurs on the wing, the passer cuts to the block before peeling back to screen for the big. Here, the guard attacks for the elbow jumper. Here's another look at the play. Here's additional options if the first option isn't open. If the shot isn't available, the driver should look to the big coming off the back screen or to skip to the opposite wing for a shot. UConn uses a stagger screen to set up the ball screen for the point guard. After the back cut by number 12, the guard enters to the post at the top of the key before sprinting back off him for a 2-player zoom. This action sets up the cross screen, down screen action that opens up the 3-point shot. Here's another look at the play. Here's additional options if the first option isn't open. The guard who took the zoom could also look to attack the huge gap to his left hand. Another option would be a post entry to the player receiving the cross screen. Here's the same play on the other side, but with a different finishing option. Again, they use the stagger screen and ball screen to set up the 2-player zoom. Instead of shooting off the down screen, the guard attacks. The 5 defender helps, leaving the lob open at the front of the rim. Here's another look at the play. We hope you enjoyed this Zoom Plays video. If you want instant access to 6 Zoom sets, 6 Zoom offense drills, and 2 bonus Zoom sets, make sure to click the link in the description so you can gain access to a free PDF featuring diagrams, descriptions, and bonus tips. Again, if you incorporate these concepts into your basketball practices, you will see improvement in your team's ability to utilize the Zoom action that is taking basketball by storm at all levels. Make sure to click and subscribe and then click the bell button so you're the first to know when we release more new videos. Thanks for watching.